What's going on, Virgo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a great week so far. So for those of you who are returning, what's up, Soul Tribe? I appreciate your subscription, your likes, your shares. You're keeping this guy coming back and keeping us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now what I'm going to be doing this week is a tarot card reading for the week of November 20th through the 26th. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. We're going to have a good old time, Virgo. Now I'm going to be pulling 15 cards. They're going to be in 5 groups of 3. The middle group is going to represent the nature of your problem. The upper left and upper right hand corners are going to be some future options that we're going to play around with. The bottom left will be some perspectives that will hopefully help assist you with the nature of the problem. And then finally, the bottom right will be whatever messages your higher self would like you to know. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. The imagery on these cards are super cool, so I'll make sure to show you those all throughout. And I also provided some links down in the description box below in case you wanted to pull along with me, get your own, just have fun with it, Virgo. But without further ado, higher self, what do we have in store for Virgo this week? Let me get your cards pulled and then we will get right to it. Ooh, all right, Virgo. Ooh, okay. See, everything's fine. Okay, let's move some over. Okay, bam, bam, and there. Alrighty, Virgo. Let me get your cards organized, kind of sit with them just for a hot minute, and then we will get started. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty, Virgo. Let's do this thing. So, for the nature of the problem this week, we have the Hanged Man. I know I'm way more excited than I feel like I should be. Hang with me. And cards that came with it are the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. And that's why I'm excited. But let's start with this Hanged Man here. Because with the Hanged Man popping up this week, I feel like some of us, I feel like we're in a kind of in a rut with this Hanged Man here. I feel like maybe we've been maybe exploring different avenues of trying to find things that fulfill us. Because with the Hanged Man, this is a card of redemption through sacrifice, a card of new perspectives, and that's where I'm more so feeling the energies at, is that new perspective realm. But I also feel like maybe what got us here is that maybe we've been doing some more punishment, I feel like kind of being kind of harsh on ourselves, I feel like. Just with this, because you got this coming along with it. And I feel like when you're the 10 of Wands, and I feel like when this is a tricky combination here, Virgo, and I can see where this could be a pain, because it's like you're trying to, the universe has got you where it feels like you're in a rut and you want to get out of this, but it's just like I feel like you're in this place now where you're not sure where to go. Your energy's feeling really oppressed, feeling kind of repressed, just really kind of bottled up, and you got all this energy, and you're just trying to find an outlet for it. And I don't feel like just to be doing stuff just to do something. I feel like you're looking for something that's trying to fulfill you here. And that's where I get with where this 3 of Wands comes in. Because the 3 of Wands is a card of of that, what do you hold virtuous to you? And it's also a card of established strength and that realization of hope that, you know, even though we can get in these kind of these tricky combinations here, Virgo, because this is quite a nature of your problem you presented here, because it's I feel like it's hard to find new perspectives when you're in these kind of hot energies here. But the thing with the Hanged Man represents water. And I feel like when you think about it that way, the Hanged Man is kind of asking us to be adaptable. I feel like maybe we've been going about the same things the same kind of way. Maybe we've been more focused on, and not that there's anything wrong with this, but maybe we're trying to be a little more practical with what we're trying to channel this energy here. Like, we know we're more focused on like resources, just doing things to get by as opposed to doing something that we love, something that gives us joy and that fulfillment. And I feel like it's time with this Hangman. It's just the universe trying to tell you that it may be time to bring a little fun back in your life, to bring something that's going to give you more in life. Because I feel like, you know, if we're just going through our everyday 9 to 5, coming home, you know, just kind of just going with emotions, and that if there's nothing that's filling your cups at the end of the day, it can get where I can get where you can get to this Ten of Wands energy, because it does get to this place where I feel like you're like, well, what's the point? What are we doing here? And I understand that, Virgo, absolutely. And I just want to say with this energy too, don't be too harsh on yourself, because again, remember, there's a realization of hope here. That fresh perspective that's coming from this Hangman is coming, but it's just one of those things I feel like you're going to have to be not just only patient and adaptable, but really kind of trust your intuition on this thing. We need to do some real soul searching. And here, you know what, let's go ahead and move into some future stuff here, because now on this left-hand side, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You got the Lovers here, you have the Death card, and then you got the Ten of Disc. In Virgo, I mean, when I'm really looking at your cards, you got quite a few major arcana cards here. So there's your higher self is working in the background here. And with the Lovers, first off, I just like to say when the Lovers pops up, I like to feel like that's your higher self kind of winking at you. You know, if you've been feeling like you're alone, and you know what, I should just expand on that. You know, not even just your higher self, wherever you go to, whatever your intuition looks like for you, however you get in contact with the source is what I should say. But with this is just kind of like doing that soul searching within, because the Lovers is a card of imagination, of innovation, and of love. You know, and I feel like not just with relationship love, but doing things that you love, that you know, that give you that joy in the morning, where you're feeling inspired. You know, because even if this is, let's say this Three of Wands, you know, this new thing, this breath of fresh air that we're trying to get into our lives, Virgo, it doesn't necessarily have to be where you have to make this your whole thing. I feel like the universe is just like if we can just find even like a separate outside outlet, you know, just something so that you're getting a little bit more, so that you can have a little, you know, you can feel a little more revitalized when going through your day. It's going to help you get to that oneness, you know, find the joys and the pleasures in this life. And I feel like that's going to lead to this. You're going through a transformation here. I mean, we got the Hangman and the Death card. There is a metamorphosis going on right now, Virgo. And I feel like it's not to scare you. You know, this is something, it might feel uncomfortable in the moment, but it's, you know, transformation is one of those things. It's as uncomfortable as we make it. If we're resisting it, it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's going to be, you know, where everything just feels like just kind of like achy and just like, oh, what is happening? But if you just kind of let this thing just kind of relax, kind of go with the flow, just let it all come, because the Death card is change is coming. Voluntarily or involuntarily, sometimes suddenly. So it's going to be one of those things, you know, when death comes a knocking, and not you know, literal death, but I feel like death in the sense of like, you know, we're shedding this old skin here, you know, where a new Virgo's getting ready to emerge here. And let me tell you what, if you were thinking about your resources here, 10 of disc, baby. Because, and you know what, this could be something too. Maybe this could become a side hustle. You know, maybe that if you were thinking about resources here, because this is your ruler. This is your ruler with you, Virgo, Mercury in Virgo. So I feel like this is one of those things. I feel like you tap into this energy here, find out what's going to get you fulfilled. Things are not the whatever abundance looks like for you. That is going to come in, Virgo. And you know what? You know, believe me, let's check out this future stuff. We're currently in the future, but check out some other future stuff here. Because now that we've started to embrace this transformation, we get into the Two of Swords here. Got that good old sun, and we got 6 of this, Virgo. Things, look at that. The energy's already starting to shift. Look at that. Now we're starting to get to this balance place here, because the Two of Swords is a card of peace. It's a card of, you know, after we're going through those trying times, we're getting to that relief. You know, we've been feeling, you know, we've been getting beat up. You know, it's been harsh punishment here. Well, you're gonna get that. You know, the victory is on the horizon, and and you know what? The Two of Swords is also about being okay with that shift. You know, it's very similar, kind of like the Give Me Two of Dis vibes, but it's more so just like, how do you handle yourself when things are good and when things are bad? Because this is the moon in Libra here, and with the thing, when you think about the moon, constantly shifting, it's going through every sign, shifting, going through different phases. The moon is adaptable like water, and I feel this is asking you to start really working on that adaptability, Virgo. It's time to start relaxing and really feel like starting to trust your gut here. Because look what's coming. The sun. The sun is shining, Virgo, and it's happy to see you every time. And I feel like this is that win you're looking for. You know, this is that breath of life that's coming into your world now. You know, we're shining something on this monotony here, you know, because with the Hanged Man, it could be too, you know, it's one of those things. It's like you're trying to, you know, you're doing the same thing and expecting different results. And it's time, I feel like it's time to shake it up a little bit, Virgo. Really, really just go out there and just go get this sunshine, because it's waiting for you. This is the future that you're painting, Virgo. And I feel like it's one of those things, really, when you start taking those steps, you're going to succeed. Because this is a card of another... I'm sorry, did you not get enough victory? Because here's some extra. That's what the Six of Disc is for. You know, this is about another moon card. This is the moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus. This is, I feel like it's not even just like you're getting that success. This is the win. You know, this is the first step to getting out of this. Now we're really starting to embrace this transformative energy right here. You know, when we're in the tail end of Virgo season, getting ready to go into Sagittarius. So this is a good time to really focus on all this stuff here, because really, Virgo, this is solid. And you know what? Let's talk about some perspectives here, because on the bottom left here, you got the Princess of Disc, Fortune, I'm sorry, no, let me not come at you, Virgo, and Abundance. You're in a safe space. But I'm excited for you, because I do feel like if this is going to be totally worth it. I know it's one of those things, it's easier. It's like, well, Justin, you're on the outside looking in. Absolutely. And let me tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what I see. This is going to be great, Virgo. And listen, I absolutely get it when you are in it. Because you know what? Cancer to Virgo here, me to you. I'm feeling it too. You know, it's one of those things that it's got to happen, but look what we're going to do with it. After we get out of this transformative state, look what you transform to. We're transforming to the Princess of Disc, because now you're full of life again, because that's what she's about. She's my card of fecundity. She's just pregnant with life, pregnant with the Six of Disc, the Sun, the Lovers, 10 of Disc, all of this energy. She's taking all of that and she's feeding it through this scepter here. Ground is lit. This grove is going to be incredible what she has, because now she's found that peace, that Two of Wands energy. Look at that. Look at how you evolved, Virgo. And this is Earth energy too. She is the earthy part of Earth. Princess representing Earth, Disc representing Earth. You're an Earth sign, Virgo. Look at you. I don't know, like, Look at you getting this fortune. And I really feel like this is like not just like, just like abundance falling out of the sky. I feel like this might be borderline like a destiny. It could be for some. For some it might be like a side thing. For others, this could be that thing that you're looking for, that spark, that's really kind of cranked because we all have that flame in us, but now I feel like with this popping up, it's been cranked up. You're inspired now. That's what's going on here, Virgo, and that's incredible, because what's going to happen there? Abundance City, because that's what you're building right now for me. This is a great foundation. If I had to picture how I was going to lay out Abundance City, it looks something like this. Absolutely. And that's something to celebrate, because the Three of Cups is not just a card of abundance. This is a card, I feel like, of joy and to celebrate in all of this, because your work here is you're just being showered with rewards, because you found that thing that you're in line, you're in touch with yourself again. And I feel like there's a oneness that is coming from this. I really feel like this is going to be a great time for some self-discovery here. Now, let's bring it home, because higher self's got some not harsh lessons, but we got a little bit more mindfulness before we transition over. Because we have, and we had a moment last week, which we're not going to do that again. We have the Devil, we have the Five of Cups, and then we have the Six of Wands. Now, before we start with the Devil, I want to start with the Five of Cups, because I feel like what's gotten us to this Hangman here is maybe from some things that have happened in the past. Maybe we've been disappointed by, we tried to do. We've been trying to just find that thing that fulfills us. We've been pouring energy here, hasn't worked. Pouring energy here, and repeat, and it just hasn't been working out, Virgo. But I wonder, when these disappointments came up, where was your head at? Where was your heart at? Because the cups have to represent the cups represent emotional matters. And that's something I'm curious, if you were coming at this, trying to find this thing with a heavy heart, that's how your world's going to be painted. That's how your future's going to be painted. But I feel like despite going through all this stuff here, you still were hanging on to hope, because it's like, I'm getting like there's no way that this is just happening just because. And keep that, and Virgo, if that's where you're at, absolutely keep that mindset. And if you're not, I wouldn't tell you what to do, but let's maybe give it a try, because getting through this stuff here is going to take some strength here, because the devil is a card, sure, of blind impulse, of intoxication, addiction, and not just with your normal trifecta: drug, sex, alcohol. This could be with negative emotions as well, bringing ourselves down. But I feel like if you remember remember that, okay, where was my heart at when I was doing this? And if that's not working for you, let's try coming at it from a different way. Were you doing more thinking then when you were coming out of this? And maybe we should do a little more feeling here. And remember that because you've kept your strength, or you kept your hope and your strength up until now, that is something to celebrate. The devil loves that. Because ultimately the devil's end game is for us to grow. Think of it as like, he's just kind of like a check-in, it's like where you're feeling really good, Virgo's on top of the world, and then he's just like, oh, I see a little blind spot over here, let's just poke that real quick, just to see, Virgo, we're trying to build you up, we're trying to get you stronger, so that you can get to your Six of Wands. And what a beautiful end to this whole story here. Because the Six of Wands, this is Jupiter and Leo. This is a card of victory, a card of balanced energy, a card of love. I mean, look how calm this energy is. I really, there's something about the Six of Wands for me, of the minor arcana, that just really, every time that it pops up, it's just like there's this calm that washes over you. And I feel like that's where we're looking for here. We want to, you know what, Virgo, let's go ahead and let's switch back over. Because I feel like, yeah, with this energy here, it's only a matter of time. This is, I really want this for you, and I know you want this for you too. And I don't. It's within your grasp. This is your story here. This is what you brought me. I'm not doing this. And I want you to remember that you do have some. It may feel like you don't have control over, let's say, what's going on around you, but you can control how you feel about it, and then that helps you. If we're able to keep a level head in all of this, we can adapt like water. And then listen, I know that's a lot, say, being an earth sign, but you're more than just that. You have those, while you're in this hangman state, you know what? Because now I feel like I'm just transitioning on, but hopefully that made sense for you, Virgo. But what I was saying with the hangman is, you're more than just the earth, because I feel like earth signs, you can maybe feel a little fixed, a little set in your ways, and that's just earth, maybe earth in general, because the energy's more grounded, you're more attached to the material world than the other signs. But I feel like if we can check our moon, check our rising, get a better idea for yourself. And this week we're checking our Jupiter. We're checking our Jupiter because fortune is around the corner here, Virgo. And I feel like not just fortune, but destiny is coming. And before I transition to the news, because like the news, with the energy that's going on this week, Virgo, like I'm gonna get into it, but I want to say before we get into it, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, share. It's I love doing this for you all, and so I really hope you're enjoying it too. But let's get into some news stuff, because not only are you supporting yourself here in this energy, the universe has got your back. Because guess what? On the 22nd, the sun is going to be entering Sagittarius, and with this is a time to open your heart up. Open your heart up to all of the opportunities that the world has to offer, because there is abundance about to just be, it's going to be abundant city. And who better, you already showed me that you know how to lay the foundation for that. So take advantage of this. There's going to be more feelings of optimism, and this is about not focusing on what we can't do, but focusing on what you can do. Because again, you can conjure up, it was literally, hold on, Virgo. Look at this. Look at this. I need 10 arms to hold all your abundance. And you know what? While we got all this abundance in hand, on the next day, the 23rd, is going to be the new moon in Sagittarius. So you can take all these seeds of optimism here and plant those bad boys. And then watch, learn from these experiences here. Because this, despite it might feel kind of crappy being in it, but watch. When you get out of this, you're going to be able to paint this bigger, brighter, better future, Virgo. You're going to princess of this like nobody's business. And you know what? If you need a little more assistance in that, guess who's come along to help? Jupiter's going direct. This represents Jupiter. Jupiter's going direct, and this is an auspicious time because Jupiter is about fortune, expansion, hope, and just like positivism, really kind of, and not I say like being positive, not that we're ignoring our lessons here, is that we're staying hopeful, is that we're realizing that, again, this isn't just happening to us just cause, we're doing this thing. This thing is, this is something that's going to shape and mold you into something incredible, Virgo. So just work with this, because it's not just you. This is every sign. The energy is insane, and it's just gonna blow up from there. Even with Mars retrograde going on, and that might be too. While we've been, because Mars retrograde, things are slowing down, things are combative. But if we learn to work with the energy, it's gonna be something. Let's get into some aspects, and then I'll get your surprise card, get you out of here. So on, the sun, good old sun, is going to be trine with Jupiter. Oh, I love this, Virgo, because now the sun's like, hey, I just got into Sagittarius. I'm bringing abundance. I just went direct. I'm bringing abundance. Do we want to shower the soul tribe with more abundance? Yes. And that's what they're doing. They're taking it. I always say that, I usually say that, you got with like the fortune card. It's like I had to draw this card, and it's like you have to go out and get this thing. But now, abundance doesn't fall out of the sky. But in this instance, I almost feel like abundance is falling out of the sky. This is a lot of, this is just a lot of lucky energy here. Where things are just going to start to just feel a little bit lighter. Because this can be kind of heavy. But Virgo, trust. It's things are going to start looking up. Next, we have Mars is squared with Neptune, and with this, action kind of meets idealism here. Goals might be a little rocky right now, and who am I telling? We're in a hangman situation right now, if that's resonating with you. So, if our goals are feeling unclear, again, just keep that faith, keep that hope alive, and things are going to flourish. Oh, and I forgot to mention, for the previous one, some crystals to work with. Good old sunstone for the sun and yellow sapphire for Jupiter. And with this energy here, ruby for Mars, and then celestite for Neptune. All right, let's get one more thing, and we get your surprise card. Mars is trine with Saturn. And now with this is kind of what's talked about with working with the energy, because it might feel like it's difficult to get things done, but your dreams are going to start feeling like they're going to start feeling more grounded. Where things, you're going to feel like you're going to be able to pull your what you're manifesting and finally, bring it some life. And it's going to be one of those things, again, if you persevere through this energy, and I feel like really trust your intuition and do that thing that is going to just fill your cups at the end of the day, then you're going to have something. And it's not going to be, I don't feel like this is going to be like a short-term thing. I feel like we're building something for lasting impact here. Almost, I want to say almost borderline a legacy here, because you can build something phenomenal with this, Virgo, but at least something that's going to just keep you going, that's going to make this whole experience all worthwhile again. So, yeah, I like that. Let's see what your surprise card is. I appreciate you sticking along with me. Let's see what's going on here. Nice. And I know how this looks, but let me explain. Because with the Five of Disc here, sorry about that glare. The Five of Disc is a card of worry, a card of anxiety, a card of, and more specifically can be for like monetary anxiety, stress. It's a lot of like futures thinking stuff. It's one of those things. I feel like if you're trapped in this, maybe you're worried that this is going to go on forever, that the end is not going to be near, that things are just going to keep getting worse before they get better. Virgo, after everything, and really after all of this, do not let this five of disc bring you down. It's not trying to. Well, see, look at that. We can't even see it anymore. It's like that's your future right there. Your future's so bright, it's blinding, this Five of Disc here. And that's what I want you to remember, that with this future stuff, this future thinking, these worries, it's all what you manifest in the present. So if we can focus on more, and I'm not saying like you have to ignore these issues here. If you got a bunch of bills and stuff due next week, because listen, I get that. That's for future you. They're due on a certain date. Don't worry about what can present you do to kind of soften that blow, to kind of let's get, instead of when the situation comes, instead of us being reactive, let's be proactive, Virgo, because I know you can absolutely do it. Yeah, that's what I got for you. Last thing, I'm on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, and I'm working with this expansive energy here, I'm working on getting on other social media sites here, but it's starting to look like I might need an adult. But that's the nature of my problem. But yeah, follow me there. I post regularly. Yeah, I hope this resonated with you, Virgo. Stay safe out there. Keep raising that vibration, and raise your vibration too. That's before you go out and raise others, make sure that you're feeling good, Virgo. Go out and get them, and I will catch you on the next one later.